Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be testing out a new foundation by Lancome. It's the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Stick. I probably butchered that, but if you want to see how this stick works, then just keep watching. I bought this foundation from Ulta. My package is really messed up because I also bought a shampoo and conditioner that kind of leaked. So this is called, oh gosh, it's by Lancome, but it's called the Teint Idole. I don't know, it's French, isn't it? But it's an ultra wear stick foundation. So on Facebook, it's like 2 o'clock. I should be, my head, it should all be there, and it's not. So anyways, this is the foundation itself. It retails for $43. I'm just looking at Ulta's website. It looks like on Ulta at least there's 24 shades. I got mine in the shade 90 Ivory, which I think is the lightest shade. It is the lightest shade. So let's just read a little bit about it real quick. So it is supposed to be a 24-hour wear, full coverage, oil-free, multitasking stick foundation with a built-in kabuki brush. Its transfer-resistant cream to powder formula provides a natural matte finish and controls shine all day. It's supposed to be a 5-in-1 multitasking on-the-go format with a built-in kabuki brush to conceal, contour, cover, highlight, and blend anywhere, anytime. So this is the foundation stick itself, and like it said, it does come with a kabuki brush. It's not a sponge, it is actually a brush, but this thing is tiny and it's also kind of pointed, which is a little weird. I almost would prefer it if it was hair, but then it was flat. That would have probably been easier. It comes with 0.33 ounces. Is that standard? How much is this Hourglass? Hourglass is 0.25 ounces, so this does come with more. What other sticks do I have in here? Milk is 0.35, so same as Melt's stick foundation. I'd say it's about average, a little bit more maybe. I think the Hourglass comes with less than normal. This is what you get. I have used this for about 4 or 5 days. So this is after 4 or 5 days use. And I've tried it both ways with a foundation brush and a sponge. I'm trying to decide if I should wet the sponge, because when I did it, I liked it better without it being wet, which is not normal. I know. So let's just do that. Gosh, I rearranged my makeup room, and so now I can't remember where anything is. I think I'm just gonna use a water base to get it wet because I preferred this more dry, to be honest. So we're gonna use a brush on one side and a sponge on the other. I'm so white. Can we like chill a little bit? There, like I want you to see the color. I'm not prepared. Where's the brush? I think I'll use this. Yeah, this is a flat top kabuki by Ego Tools. So I think I'm just gonna use this. I am not gonna prime my face, so the only thing on my face is moisturizer from a while ago. It's probably been over an hour now. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I already know my opinion, to be honest, but I still wanna show you the effects. We'll go throughout the day. This is actually a pretty hot day today. It's 70 degrees right now, which is not normal here. So it's finally spring. So we'll get to actually test this out. I didn't notice that it said it was 24 hours. So that's interesting. All right, I'm just gonna paint it on. It is very creamy when I put it on. It feels really nice applying it. You're probably like, that's too much. I like full coverage. I probably should have done one side at a time since I'm gonna use a sponge, whatever. So we'll use a brush on this side and just kind of buff and pounce. I don't like swiping. I did try that with this, and I just can tell you right now, it did not look good. Sheesh. I probably should have been more precise with where I was placing those lines, forgetting that I was splitting my face. I hate this. Okay, I guess I should just go ahead and show you what's happening. It's like, oh, let me turn the brightness down. You might be able to see better. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, it's like moving the product and making lines. And see, there's just a line right there in other places. That is why I did not like using a brush. So let me put the brightness back up and we'll use a sponge on the other side. Let's use the sponge on this side. I might have let this sit a little too long now. Also, this is a microfiber sponge, so it is different than, you know, like other sponges. I do have the Beauty Blender. It's real dirty. But this is actually a microfiber sponge, which is just what I prefer for all foundations, if I'm being honest. So this is one layer. If you can see, I actually have more coverage on the sponge side. For some reason, this foundation with a brush just moves around a lot. It still does it with the sponge, but not as often or not as easy, especially because I'm pouncing, which on this side I did. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I pounce, but it's like very little, like, swipe, I guess. I tried this just as a buff, and all it does is like literally move it everywhere. So personally, I prefer to use the sponge. I just wanted to bring out the brush to show you, but I'm going to add another layer because for me this is not enough. I'm just gonna put more in my problem areas. Right here. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work the same with a normal sponge, so this might only be better with a microfiber sponge. But again, that's just what I prefer to use with all foundations, to be honest. So this is now 2 layers. This I would say is more medium to full coverage. Personally, I can still see some of my redness, so that's why I say medium. I don't have much on my nose. Just kind of like whatever was left on the sponge, since my nose is just so dry and it's been extra dry lately that my dry skin is really bad. So I just kind of want to like tap it with color so that it matches, but I don't really want much on my nose. And when I do concealer, it ends up getting on my nose anyways, so we'll just let it be the concealer color. Anyways, okay. So this is 1 layer. I mean 2 layers. This is what it looks like now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and we can see after that. I am gonna powder because this says cream to powder, but to be honest, I don't remember it ever really sitting down, so I am gonna powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish everything up and then we'll come back. Okay, so the rest of my face is done now. This has been about an hour. My nose already looks horrible, but that is pretty much concealer. Actually, almost all concealer. So ignore the nose, but this is what the face looks like right now. I do have powder on it. It's looking a little drying here, like getting in my lines already. And it's only been an hour, like right here too. And then it kind of just looks weird and cakey here. But we'll go ahead, go throughout the rest of the day, and I guess I'll just show you what it looks like at the end of the day. Okay, so it is now 8 o'clock at night, so this has been on for about 6 hours, which is less than I normally wear foundation. So I wonder if this results is something that happens in the next 2 hours. Because normally I wear my foundation for about, well, I mean, I wear it like 16 hours, but I need it for at least 10. I want to say is a good work day in public, because I would say this looks better than it has any of the other 4 or 5 times I've tried it, which of course happens to be the time I'm filming. But this is what it looks like. So ignore my nose because my nose is pretty much all concealer. I just put a very light amount of the foundation on before I put concealer. So this is all concealer. I did have a mask on for a little bit, so my nose is coming off, but my cheeks actually look pretty good. Gosh, except for the breakouts. Whew. Chin is coming off a little bit, probably from touching it again from a mask. But other than that, it's actually looking pretty good, surprisingly. I am a little oily, which is weird. I'm not normally oily, and it's not supposed to bring out oil. It's supposed to be oil free, if I remember right. I don't know. Now I'm really confused because this doesn't look bad. My nose doesn't look great, but we're not talking about my nose. It is still a little creasy here, my smile lines. Other than that, it looks fine. I feel like if I used a pore filling primer, this area would probably look good, because right now that's pretty much my only concern, is it's in the pores. Like, I can see it. I'm really surprised because the 4 or 5 days that I tried it, the days that I could remember to pay attention at the end of the day, my face looked a mess. Like, it was coming off in every direction, and so I don't know how I feel because this is I'm gonna say I don't like it because this is the first day out of the 5 days, 4 or 5 days that it looks good. So it must be because I didn't do enough today. I don't know, because normally I was wearing this at work all day and then would come home and my face looked a mess and there's pieces missing everywhere. And that's why I powdered today, is because I know this just moves around way too easy. It's supposed to be a cream to powder and it doesn't cream to powder for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and still say I don't like this because I feel like this is a one-day fluke because it looks good. I mean, minus like my chin being gone, but I mean, I would still say it's dry and cakey right here. Interesting. That took a turn of events I did not plan on happening. Yeah, still gonna say that this is a no for me. However, I have been doing my makeup different for summer, which I did not do it like that today because I wanted to test this out the way most people do foundation. But I've been really enjoying doing bronzer and blush first, so I feel like this would be a nice product to build up like right here and in the forehead for doing my makeup the other way, which I filmed it. It's like the TikTok trend that's going around, but it's also something a makeup artist has said a long time ago. If you want to see that, I'll link it, one of these. If you want to watch that video, it's just about 2 videos back. Anyways, I'm gonna try it doing it that way, so I'm gonna keep this personally, but otherwise I really wouldn't recommend this. This is a fluke. I don't know what's going on, and I hate that this is the time that you are seeing it, but this is my 5th or 6th time trying it, so I'm not trusting this face because I wonder if it's only because it's been 5 hours. I wonder if it's after that it starts snowballing, or 6 hours. Put it on at like 1-ish, 2, and it's 8. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this off and chill. So that is all I have for this video though. So thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next one.